Call this meeting to order. This is the special magistrate for the town of Highland Beach. The cases will be called in the order in which they appear on the agenda. When you hear your case called, go ahead and proceed to the podium. The town will put on its testimony and evidence first. You'll have an opportunity to review any evidence that the town presents and to ask any questions of any of the town's witnesses, after which time you can present your own testimony and evidence, and then I will make a decision. This is a quasi-judicial hearing, which means the formal rules of evidence do not apply here. However, all testimony is taken under oath under penalty of perjury. So if you're going to testify today, or you think you might testify, or there's a possibility that you might testify, I'd ask you to rise and raise your right hand so that you can be sworn in.
By the authority vested in me as a notary of the state of Florida, do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Why don't we try this again? Anyone who's going to testify or thinks they might testify, or there's a possibility that you might testify, stand up. Please rise. Raise your right hand.
Okay.
All right.
By the authority as a notary of the state of Florida, do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
All right. Please be seated. We have the minutes of November 12th, 2024, which I have reviewed, and they are hereby deemed approved. I will sign the actual copy if you have it at some point. All right, and we can call our first case.
My name is Adam. Try that again. My name is Adam Osowski, Town of Highland Beach Code Compliance Officer, and I have been previously sworn in. This is case number CC 24-407. The respondent is Penthouse Towers Association, Inc. The property address is 3101 South Ocean Boulevard. I inspected the property on October 16th, 2024. The violations that remain as cited on today's agenda are 110.95, Town of Highland Beach Administrative Code, Chapter 1, for the 7th edition, 2020 of the Florida Building Code, and Section 6-27, Administrative Amendments to the Florida Building Code. The association has failed to comply with the requirements of Section 110.9, Recertification of Buildings, of the Town Administrative Amendments to the Florida Building Code by failing to submit the required milestone inspection report. The notice of violation was served by certified mail sent on October 16th, 2024. The green card was returned signed on October 21st, 2024. The respondent was given 14 days to come into compliance. The notice of hearing was served by certified mail sent on November 13th, 2024, and delivered on November 15th, 2024. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the building records this morning on December 10th, 2024, and the violations continue to exist. An incomplete application has been submitted to the building department, but no permits have been issued. I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service, supporting documents, and photographs. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the code of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation. The town asks for 30 days to come into compliance or a fine of $250 per day for each day the violation remains thereafter. The town is also asking to assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable within 30 days.
Is there anything further from the town?
No.
Is anyone here on behalf of Penthouse Towers Association, Inc.? Come on up. Ma'am, can you tell me your name, your address, and your phone number?
Yes, my name is Michelle Fox. My address is 3101 South Ocean Boulevard, apartment 626. Phone number is 561-843-3898.
And what is your position with Penthouse Towers Association?
I'm the treasurer of the board of directors.
And does the board of directors know that you're here on their behalf?
Yes, I have the president and the vice president with me, along with a new manager.
And they want you to do the talking,
They
huh?
want me to do the talking.
All right, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, So we have filed our milestone inspection reports. What we have been working on and just was able to complete was our special assessments and our contracts for the concrete restoration. And removing the carport, replacing it with a different structure. So we do have a permit pending now with the town for our concrete restoration. I just got the permit number is 24-1270-CR. For the concrete restoration, we did just sign for the carport, the removal of the concrete carport and replacement of the carport with an aluminum structure yesterday. We just signed a contract with it. And the reason that we're so late is that we have had 3 votes, because it's a special assessment to our owners, 3 votes, and every one of the votes, except for this last one that we just did in October, 11th failed. So we had to continually go back to the owners and to revote until we could get it to actually pass.
The owners didn't want to address the parking structure?
They wanted to address it, but not the way that the board was addressing it. So there was, we unfortunately have a group of owners that have given us a really tough time with it. We did end up coming back to a consensus with a different contractor for that job, and we were able to pass that.
Ma'am, the city would like me to give you 30 days to complete your 110.95 administrative guess your application, right, for your milestone report. Is that a sufficient amount of time for you to do that?
Yes, but I just want to understand what it is that I need to do. So we've already
Let me
got,
bring the officer back up here while, so, because I think he can communicate and we can get the time frame a little bit better here with him. What is it that they need to do, and do you think they can do it in 30 days?
Yes, as long as they submit in all the proper paperwork, they have to submit the concrete restoration permit, which there's an application, so I was actually still checking on the status. But the application was submitted. And then they have to submit a report, a milestone report, which the same contractor would do. And that's all I need is the permit and that report, and then they can continue the rest of the process through the building department directly.
Ms. Fox, do you understand what you guys need to do?
Yeah.
Is there any reason you couldn't do that within 30 days?
no, I don't think so. I think that we can certainly do that. We're already in the process, so.
No, currently what they have is incomplete application. So they did submit, but it can't be reviewed until all the requirements are met.
And they're missing this concrete permit.
Correct. That's one of the things they're missing.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to give you the 30 days, but I'm going to highly recommend, just so that it doesn't become one of those cases where things don't actually happen when they're supposed to. I'm going to highly recommend that you speak with the officer, maybe after this hearing or shortly thereafter, and go through exactly what you need to do.
Okay,
Because 30 days is a fair amount of time, but it goes by quickly,
right.
especially when things, are confused or you're not sure, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, case CEC 24-407, I'm gonna make the following findings of fact and law. I find notice is sufficient. I find the property in violation of the listed code sections. I adopt by reference the testimony of the code officers to the nature of those violations. I'm going to give the respondent 30 days to bring the property in compliance, or a fine of up to $250 per day may issue. I assess costs in this matter in the amount of $250. Good luck.
Your Honor, can we clarify that 30 days is January 10th?
We can.
Thank you.
So that 30 days will be January 10th, January 10th. I forgot you're one of those. In fairness, he said 30 days. So. The officer got me in trouble. It does get confused. I'm with you. I date certains are create less confusion.
It's the main phone number, the one is for permitting. Ask for Kat. Yeah, she's handling all the milestones.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, case B, CC 2486.
All right, the respondent is Seth Fishman. I'm Adam Osowski, Town of Highland Beach Code Compliance, and I've been previously sworn in. The property address is 2575 South Ocean Boulevard, apartment 303S. The violation hearing date was originally June 11th, 2024. The respondent was ordered to correct the violation of code section 30-122B for an expired electrical subpermit E 21-0047 on or before June 25th, 2024, or pay a fine of $250 each day the property remained in violation after June 25th, 2024. The respondent was ordered to pay an administrative cost of $250. The administrative costs were paid on November 13th, 2024. A follow-up inspection was conducted on June 26, 2024, which found the violation still existed and the fine began to accrue. Fines have accrued in the amount of $42,000. On August 27th, 2024, Attorney Stephen Kessler contacted the town on behalf of the respondent. Mr. Kessler has requested the town stay the fines in this case as the respondent, Mr. Fishman, is currently incarcerated, and there is a pending case in New York that will determine which parties have an interest in the property. The request for stay of fines is from June 25th, 2024, due to the conclusion of the proceedings in New York, which have not been estimated. Proper notice of this hearing was affected by certified mail to the respondents and posting on November 4th, 2024. The town has no objection to stay the fines in this case from June 26, 2024, when the fines were ordered to originally start, to February 11th, 2025. The case will then be scheduled for a status hearing with the magistrate, where the respondent will have the ability to make an additional request or fines can be imposed at that time.
So let me make sure I understand this. So the respondent here is in prison
Yes, sir.
and there is a dispute as to who has the beneficial ownership of the property.
Correct. It's a federal case, so it's between the attorneys. If the judge hasn't ruled if the feds were gonna take ownership of the property or not.
And the town is agreeing that to stay these until February 11th, is that?
Correct.
I don't even know if I really want to dig that deep into exactly what's going on here, but if you're in agreement, that's fine with me. In case CC 2486, I'm going to stay the fines from June 26th, 2024 until February 11th, 2025. We will set this for a status hearing in February. All right, case C, CC 24414.
All right. My name is Adam Osowski and I've been previously sworn in. This is case number CC 24-414. The property address is 1019 Grand Court. I inspected the property on October 17th, 2024. The violations that remain as cited on today's agenda are 30-122A, building permits required for an interior remodel. The notice of violation was served by posting and certified mail sent on October 18th, 2024. The green card was returned signed on October 24th, 2024. The respondent was given 20 days to come into compliance. The building remodel permit was submitted on November 19th, 2024. It is currently pending under review because an electrical sub-permit was first applied for yesterday. The notice of hearing was served by posting and certified mail sent on November 14th, 2024. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the building records on December 10th, 2024, and the violations continue to exist. I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service, supporting documents and photographs. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation. The town asks for 30 days to come into compliance or a fine of $250 per day for each day the violation remains thereafter. The town is also asking to assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable within 30 days.
Are we gonna agree that 30 days is January 10th?
That'd be great. Thank you.
Officer, so tell me, the issue here is the pool?
The pool was cited on the original notice of violation, but that came into compliance within the time frame of the notice of violation.
So what currently is outstanding?
The building permit for the interior remodel.
And you said they filed it, but it was incomplete?
Correct. They submitted on November 19th, but it wasn't able to be reviewed by town staff because they were missing an electrical sub permit
Which they've subsequently filed.
yesterday, yes.
Is there any reason to believe that this cannot be accomplished within 30 days,
No, sir.
even over the holidays?
As long as everything's done, we can get it out.
It's just issuance of the permit. They don't
Yeah.
have to complete the work in that time.
Okay, is there anyone here on behalf of the respondent?
Yes.
Ma'am, can you state your name, address, and telephone number?
Nancy Dayton, 1019 Grand Court and Beach, 561-430-8033.
So the city, the town says that you need a building permit and an electrical sub permit, both of which you've filed, but haven't been issued yet.
I have to apologize for my not knowing too much about this because from day one, I was told I didn't need permits by my contractors. And up until last Monday, then they told me they were all complete. So clearly I am remiss in knowledge. So I'm just doing whatever, he advises me that is needed. And as of Monday, they said everything was fine. So clearly that was not true.
Well, at least according to the town, the proper documents have been filed. They're under review. So I guess the town will probably issue the permits shortly. I think, what do they have to do? Pay for them and pick them up, right?
Correct.
So all that's really left to do, assuming that the paperwork was filed properly, ma'am, is to pay for the permits and pick them up. And you have to do that within 30 days. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand, but
Yeah.
can I do that without them or what?
Yeah, you probably don't want direction from me, but my good recommendation would be to speak to the officer and he can walk you through the process that you need to go through and let you know. It seems like you're most of the way there anyway. So it doesn't look like you have a lot to do as long as the paperwork was filed properly, okay?
Okay, I will
right.
make sure that between the two of us, I understand.
All right, in case CC 24414, make the following findings of fact on the live fine notice is sufficient. I found the property in violation of the code section requiring permits. Give the respondent till January 10th, 2025 to bring the property into compliance, or a fine of up to $250 per day may issue. I assess costs the amount of $250 payable within 30 days. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, case D, CC 24369.
My name is Adam Osowski and I have been previously sworn in. This is case number CC 24-369. The respondent is Evington Bay Townhomes Condominium Association, Inc. The property address is 4746 South Ocean Boulevard. I inspected the property on September 19th, 2024. The violation that remain as cited on today's agenda are 30-122B, expired electrical permit. The notice of violation was served certified mail, which was sent on September 19th, 2024. The respondent was given 30 days to come into compliance. The permit was originally issued on November 13th, 2023. It is currently expired due to missing paperwork and failed inspections. Instead of the contractor renewing this permit, they applied for a brand new permit yesterday. I'm working in-house with permitting to see if we can merge the two permits, so they don't have two permits on file. The notice of hearing was served by posting on November 15th, 2024, and certified mail was sent on November 13th, 2024. Prior to today's hearing, I re-inspected the building records on December 9th, 2024, and the violations continue to exist. I have submitted the following evidence, which includes proof of service and supporting documents. The town recommends that the respondent be found in violation of the town code as alleged in the notice of violation. The town asks for 30 days to come into compliance or a fine of $250 per day for each day the violation remains thereafter. The town is also asking to assess prosecution costs in the amount of $250 payable within 30 days.
Okay. So they had a permit, the permit expired. Then instead of renewing the permit, they filed for a new permit, same type of permit?
The same exact permit, yes, sir. And a renewal would have been easier. It's one form just to get the new permit reissued.
Could they simply just pull the new permit and file a renewal of the old permit?
That's what I'm working with permitting right now, so our record, see how they want to handle that. I mean, if they continue with the current new permit that they applied for yesterday, then yeah, that would be the issued permit. We can void out the expired permit and they would be in compliance with the town code. But I want to see how permitting wants to handle that.
Okay, somebody here for Evanton Bay Townhomes Condominium Association?
Yeah.
All right, ma'am, can you raise your right hand so we can have you sworn in?
By the authority vested in me as a notary of the state of Florida, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Ma'am, can you come on up and tell us your name, address, and telephone number?
Sure. Candelia Lewandowski, 7601 High Ridge Road, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33426. And what was the last one?
Telephone number.
561-467-0994.
And what is your position with Evanton Bay Townhomes Condominium Association?
I'm the general manager.
Okay. So the city says you had a permit, it expired, and instead of renewing the permit, you filed for a new permit.
That's correct. Our contractor made a mistake in the paperwork. They did try to correct it yesterday. I've been working with Adam and they're here with me today and prepared to walk back to the building department and correct the mistake that was made.
All right, the city is asking for 30 days to get this fixed up. Is that enough time for you?
We're going to walk right back to your building department now.
I figured it would be. All right, I'll give you the 30 days in case CC 24369. I make the following findings of fact and law. If I notice is sufficient, I find the property in violation of 30-122B, expiration of a building permit. Respondent has 30 days to bring the property in compliance or a fine of up to $250 per day may issue. ISS costs the amount of $250. 30 days will be January 10th, 2025.
Thank you.
All right, good luck. So do we have the future meeting dates? All right, so I have future meeting dates on my agenda. Do we have future meeting dates? Oh, right here they are. Let me do this so that I don't have to keep everybody while I go through my calendar. I'm going to take this with me and go through the dates and make sure they're good. If they're not, I'll email you and let you know ones that might be a problem. So let's just, well, I guess January 14th is fine. Let me just make sure that one's good. And then we'll confirm the rest on that day. Let me hold on, unless you really want to sit here while I look through this. Let me put my calendar up here. December. Were these sent to me before, maybe? Try to keep track of this stuff. Let's see, the 14th is.
Should be done in a few minutes.
Yeah, I actually have it on my calendar. All right, we'll confirm the 14th and I'll check the rest of these dates and make sure. They're probably fine, but I'll just make sure and let everyone know. All right, any other business before us?